Dude, you need to take it easier on the Leafs.
I haven't even said anything yet.
I meant on the score sheet, smart one.
What do you... Oh, because I look like John Tavares.
Because you are John Tavares.
You honestly think I lead some double life where I'm the Islanders captain?
I've seen you skate. Nobody's that bad without faking it.
What?
You serious?
Mind blown.
I need ideas.
I'm dumb.
Silly hard.
We get to the game, please. Leafs lose 5-3 to the New York Islanders, considering going on a beard strike until they win again. And the story of the game, everyone ranting and raving about it, Jonathan Bernier. It's not very often you can say the Leafs goalie laid an egg. Sometimes they'll put up a goose egg, but never lay an egg. But the first Okposo goal was meh. The second goal was one where you just go, oh no, as it's happening. Third goal, can't kill him for that. That was just unlucky. Fourth one, I'm not entirely sure, because while it looked weak, it also went off enough stick. Get your stick out of the lane. Don Cherry's been saying that since I don't even know when. How much time? And this is why, while I would like to make these videos right after the game and get them up as soon as possible, I also like having that little buffer. A little bit of cool down time, some time to think about the game, have a look at what's happening. And what I think is happening is life is kind of unfair for both Toronto goaltenders right now. James Reimer, for obvious reasons, which we'll get to, and Jonathan Bernier, believe it or not. And you might be going, what? It looks like the Leafs are pretty much giving him the starting job. Fair, but fans are killing the guy for it, and I don't think you're blaming the right person. Multiple. Guys, goalies have off nights on occasion. How many off nights has Kessel had this year? How many off nights has JVR had? What about Kadri? Lupul? How about we be fair and go with Reimer? Everybody who has played good in every single game so far this season. I'll wait. Don't seriously answer that, by the way. The answer is no one. After the game, in the post-game scrum, I'll put a link to it under this video. Bernier threw mad shade at a reporter. I heard it was Michael Trakos from the National Post. I'm not sure. But basically, Trakos he kind of stumbles over the question. He's trying to ask about, like, Randy Carlyle leaving him in net and not pulling him. Shade. And I know a lot of girls out there are looking at that look and going, That's the kind of look you get into an argument with your girlfriend and she goes, you know what? And there's no follow-up to you know what, like for several days. You just done goofed. Now, in fairness, what I think Trakos might have been going for is he wanted to ask about Carlyle going with Bernier again in this game, which is a very valid question. If it's really that whole win and you're in thing, well, he got yanked last game. The Leafs got destroyed. Why not go with Reimer in this game? Isn't that why you have this tandem? So that you don't have to go with the goalie after getting destroyed? Oh, but you don't want to destroy a goalie's confidence, right? Because you're grooming him to be the number one. Right? Oh, okay, good. That's all you had to say, Leafs. That's all you had to say. They would never say that. But it's the TRUF truth. And again, that isn't Bernier's fault. And a lot of fans were yelling, hey, why didn't you pull Bernier in this game? You don't pull Bernier or any goalie in a game like that. He let in a couple stinkers and it was 4-2. Like midway to late third period. First period, you definitely look at pulling him. Second period, you also look at pulling him. Mid to late third? When? When did that become a thing? Let's be fair. That's being fair to Bernier, and as a big critic of Randy Carlyle's, that's being fair to Randy Carlyle. You don't expect the coach to pull the goalie at that point. Again, the criticism for me would be starting Bernier in that game at all. But they're grooming him to be the number one. That's it and that's that, right? You know what else I don't want, and I don't want this to be unfair? I don't want there to be resentment at Jonathan Bernier, who has given up his fair share of stinkers this year and has saved the Leafs' ass on many a night. Reimer too. Leafs goaltending has definitely saved them a lot more than they haven't over the last 2 seasons at least. The resentment should not be towards this player. Now maybe being level-headed for a change, the Leafs just lost. The Leafs only got 4 shots in the third period. I don't know what that's all about, but they were only outshot 6-4 in the third. Over the game, they outshot the Islanders 26-24. That's amazing for the Leafs that they held a team to under 25 shots. Their advanced stats look pretty nice too. Bozak continues to produce. I don't believe it. He's been great. I got no complaints about him. And Team May Ray, hi. But the first Islanders goal wasn't great. The second one was awful. Again, the third one was just a completely lucky bounce, and so was the fourth one in many ways. This isn't a game where I go, here's the moves the Leafs should make, and here's what they shouldn't have done, and here's what they shouldn't have ought to done. I kind of go, that was a Tuesday night loss to the Islanders. Speaking of which, how glad are you that John Tavares is on Team Canada? Right? I should get Tavares on the back and walk around Oshawa, freak people out. Also note the fight strap and the golden leafs inside the chest. That's ice level, my friend. Speaking of John Tavares, I always love looking back. Do you remember the rumor where he was going to announce his retirement so he could forego the draft and then sign with the Marlies and join the NHL when he was 20. Or it was some weird, I don't even remember how it went, but basically Tavares was going to lie and somehow join the Leafs. And weirdly, that never happened. Look it up. Someone send me the link. Tweet it, leave a comment, something. But he is good. So 2 questions of the game, one Olympic related and one Leaf. Olympic related, are you happy with Team Canada's roster? The obvious question is, would you have left this guy on? Would you have taken him off? Would all that? But overall, are you happy? Because there's some decisions Team Canada made that I disagreed with, but I look at that roster and just, like lemonade on a sunny day. Like hot chocolate on a snowy day. And second question, who do you start against Carolina tomorrow night? Jonathan Bernier or James Reimer? And if they don't start Reimer, should they just trade him? Should they just trade the flippin' guy? Don't stack the deck. This is like how I used to play my dad at table hockey when I was a kid. Invent rules as I went along so I could win. Do face-offs in my favor. We did face-offs. Let me know. Thanks for watching. Click like if you like this video. Click subscribe if you really liked it, and see you next time. New Steve Dangle podcast. Forgot to mention that. New Panago Pizza Steve Dangle podcast. It's now up and live on iTunes and SoundCloud. I'll post the link down below if you're too lazy to look on those 2 sites. You know I still love you though.